2019 has been very enjoyable for me. I've enjoyed every minute of it. Ups and downs, but I'm here for the ride, not just a destination.
2019, I think, has been a perfect start to our non-league journey.
2019 has been a dream.
I can only imagine the journey that we've been on and being behind the scenes and knowing what's going on, that 2020 is going to be even better.
Did I think we were going to win the league at any point? Not until we did it. Not until we did it. Did I think we could? Yes, from minute one, I always believed we could. For me, January was halfway through the season. We had a chance, that was it. And we didn't have as much a chance as people thought we did. You know, people have often said, and it happens now, because of who we are and the fans we have, that it's a walk in the park, that we're going to throw this much money at it. They don't understand the cost we have. They don't understand the cost we have. They don't understand the way we make decisions at this club is not about winning the league as a priority. We want to do it the right way, we want to do it sustainably. I'd much rather have a model for a club that lasts for a long, long time. We've never put ourselves under that much pressure. Yeah, there's outside people maybe feel we are, but Devs and I know the situation. I've never told him he's got to do this, he's got to do that. He's just got to do what he does, which is be a great manager for us, and we'll see what happens. But we've never set that out as our stall. We've got to do this or else there's failure. As long as we're still going, making good content, playing our best in every single game, I'm happy.
Devs has got so many strengths, you know, his experience as a coach, his experience as a manager, his knowledge about the league we're in and the leagues around us, his ability and his network to sign in some of the players he's got. But what he's probably best at is knowing what to say at the right times.
I want to take you a little bit further back to December, where we had a very tough away cup game against Bryden Ropes.
Excuses. Oh my something, the wind's going the wrong way.
Tempers were flared, tension was high, and Dev said something that we couldn't leave in the edit, but this is what he said.
Believe me, we will win the league. The football club will win the league. What you have to decide as a group and the people that get the shirts, and when they get the shirts, is whether as an individual you want to be part of that team that wins the league, or whether it's going to be too much for you. Because I'm telling you now, we will win this league.
And I think it was at that point where collectively as a club we thought that we can do this, and let's just go and do it.
That, I think, was a bit of a masterstroke in man management.
When I heard that, it gave me a confidence boost.
At the start of 2019, we showed what we were about.
I think we started with a defeat against Wormley, and that was possibly the best thing that could have happened to us, because it galvanised us, it brought us together, and we went on I think it was 10 straight wins in the league, which effectively won us the league. I knew none of what anybody else did mattered if we did our job and we carried on, which is where the kind of it's only a big game if we don't do our job came from, because that's actually true. Because if we just kept doing our job and carrying on, then it looked after itself and we didn't have to worry about anyone else.
May and Baker were a club that had been up there for the whole season at that point, and we were sure we were going to give us a tough game. It's like the most non-league game we probably ever had. The wind was like, I don't know the measurement, but it's got to be like 50 miles an hour or something. You put a ball one way, it would go the other. Pitch was terrible. That's an equaliser. Those conditions are a huge equaliser. I'm being serious. You could have put Real Madrid on that pitch and it wouldn't have been a dead cert that they would have won, because the ball would not go where you wanted it to go.
We have some great footballers in our side, and in games like that, they're not able to use their strengths. So you have to adapt, and you have to, what I think is probably the most effective and useful tool for a non-league football team, certainly at our level, maybe even a few levels above, is just to be effective and direct. You've got to just work phenomenally hard, you've got to press very, very hard, and you've got to never, ever give up. That is the backbone of #United, and I hope that stays for a very, very long time, because I think from hard work, determination, and will to win, if you've got that, then the rest can come.
Big shout out to Charlie Morley. Absolute set-piece specialist. As we know, Charlie Morley, if you've seen his videos, he's in Seaford, there's a lot of wind down there, and that game was tailor-made for him, so he just obviously whipped right in, and I remember just being ecstatic, just thinking Charlie Morley is the set-piece taker.
For us to come through that, particularly when you compare it to the near-perfect conditions we had on our home games with the 3G pitch, you've got to be able to do both, and we could, and we did.
Quite a memorable game has to be Wormley away. Even when we first got there were kids everywhere. There was a few that were fans. I want to say that they were fans, but they were giving us a bit of grief. And the boys just dug in so deep. We had an unbelievable JACKO save.
It's a good flick over the top. Farai needs to deal with it. So does Jack. Farai gets a touch and it's going to come through. What a save from JACKO! That is a huge stop.
It was a big save, not just because of the actual save. It was more to do with what went with it, because it was a big win for us at the time. We really needed the 3 points.
And we had a great Harry Honesty cross for a Richo header.
He's got to whip
He's got
it
two
in.
defenders for him in the goal.
What a ball,
He's putting it
what
into the
a
back
ball.
stick. And Neil Richmond heads it in. Come on, hashtag.
It was just a team coming together, and a result we just had to smash and grab and get out.
You have to know how to win games of football when they're tight. Big moments become key. JACKO had some big moments. We had some, big moments at the other end of the pitch as well, but we had some big moments.
So Asst away, I remember being an incredible sort of general whole match day. There was, I think there was over 800 people there, and I was even struggling to get my vlogging done. There were people screaming, there was just people everywhere.
It actually was probably the biggest game of the season for me, and that's not just because of the attendance.
I remember going there feeling confident. It was another game that we went, and it felt like a big game, but it felt like it was bigger for them.
I was away on holiday with my family at the point. I was gutted I couldn't be there, but I had one of the lads, I think it was Wes, was on a WhatsApp video call to me from his phone, streaming me the footage.
Tom Williams hits it. Wow, what a goal! And it's in.
We have the unbelievable JACKO save.
Oh, it needs to be cleared, boys. JACKO with a massive save.
I got up surprised that I actually got there myself. It's kind of one of them, you kind of go, well, I'm glad I saved that because I didn't think I was going to get there. It just kind of skipped up. It's one of them, it's kind of, could have gone completely the other way. If that had bounced another inch over my hand, could have been eggs on faces, drawn 1-1.
Tom Williams' bicycle kick off the line, which I've never seen him do that. I don't think he's ever seen himself do that, to be honest.
Overhead kick off the line from a 39-year-old man. I've just seen an elephant fly.
I'd have got if he weren't there anyway. I had my angles covered. Just Willow showing off.
Yet again, it's a pure example of determination and the team coming together in a game which was essentially, I think, the turning point that led us to win the league.
I was probably a bit over exuberant in my celebrations, to be honest with you.
Yes! Yes!
But I knew in my head and my heart that game is when we won the league.
We were in the zone, if you like. We had momentum, and we were churning out results. But had we lost, it wouldn't have changed things for me. I still, would have felt that we just had to carry on doing what we were doing. You remember the tight games, so you remember, getting a 1-0 at Halstead, getting a 1-0 at Wormley. But within that run as well, we were blowing away teams like Holland and Braintree, to name just a couple. Even, White Ensign came to us, and when it was, billed by some as a big game, and I thought we were very, very comfortable against them that day. So it wasn't all about grinding it out, it's just we were able to when we had to, and that's the mark of a good side, knowing how to win games.
It must have been difficult for the other teams in the hunt for it to see that happen.
It was quite surreal. We were thinking, when are we going to slip up? When are we going to get complacent? When are the other teams going to start creeping up? And they were creeping up.
So many teams had games in hand on us. You can see them creeping up nearer and nearer. I don't care what you've got or who you are, you feel that pressure.
The pure determination and the willing to go and sort of hurt teams was just incredible.
The night at Hackney Wick was amazing.
I mean, that was the night, wasn't it? That was it. That was when it happened officially. Me and Spen were on commentary at that famous old Spotted Dog ground, historic site, one of the oldest grounds in London, with one of the newest clubs.
The drama of it, we had to just get a point to win the league, and we got the point. We didn't do it the easy way and get the win. We got the point, and Harry Honesty's goal was a really well taken goal, considering the pressure that was on him in that moment and on the team for that night.
Go on, Age coming through. Trying to kick it over Wilkinson. Oh! What a finish from Come on, boys! Unbelievable!
I always felt during the game against Hackney Wick that I was going to be an influence in it, but
to get that chance early on and it be my first chance to flick it over the keeper and hit that volley, thinking, oh my God, I've just scored a goal that has won us the league. I was elated.
We had the scare, you know, they got back in it 1-1, and you know, we had to dig in and be a team. Knew we had to get this result no matter what.
Defending wave after wave after wave on attacks.
Oh, the keeper's come! Needs to be cleared! Bryce Ngannou gets such an important touch on that.
And I was getting seriously twitchy towards the end. Me and Spen were like, can we just blow this whistle and get on and do the celebration? It's 10-10, ref!
And then when the ref blew that final whistle, it's just like a massive relief just came off my shoulders.
Yeah! Come on, boys! They've done it! They've done it! Yes! Yes! Come on! They've run onto the pitch! We are going up! Get in! We are going up! They said it couldn't be done! Well, it's been done, and it can't be undone!
And because we were finishing the commentary, all the boys have run on the pitch in the huddle. We were like, just finish this, let's get on the pitch and get into it all.
At the end, at the final whistle, everybody's obviously rushed onto the pitch. There were players that weren't involved, you guys, and I hadn't got far away from the dugout and I was dragged to the local radio interview. And for the 30-40 seconds that it lasted, it meant I had got separated from everyone. And I then just spent the next probably 2 minutes after that interview had gone, standing about 10 yards away from the dugout, watching over at everybody celebrating, and just able to stand back and almost remove myself from the moment and watch the enjoyment and the sense of achievement and the emotion come spilling out of so many people. New supporters, young supporters, family, friends, Spen, Seb, the backroom staff, the players, the Sunday boys. Just seeing that was pretty special. Something that will always stay with me. I think will remain one of my favourite moments in football, regardless.
I can picture, you know, back when Spencer had the idea of this, you know, going into non-league, and it kind of all just came to me. And I'm pretty sure I remember walking over to Spencer instead because they were commentating that day, and I remember pointing at them and like just basically saying this was for them guys, because at the end of the day we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. So yeah, that was pretty special.
You could hear it in our voices in that moment when we won the league, what it meant to us, and then running onto the pitch with the fans and the players, and that moment of everyone together, all my family being there, you know, obviously Mum and Dad and Seb were all involved in the club, but Saunders was there as well, who was a huge part of Hashtag when we first started.
But yeah, it's just absolutely amazing. We had no idea what the challenge would be like, or what chances we'd have joining non-league or semi-professional football, whatever you want to call it, for the first time. And in the first season to clinch a league title was just magical.
It's always nice winning the league. It's reward for your efforts during the season, but yeah, obviously with it being the first season as well, making history, yeah, good feeling.
Like, we worked so hard last season, man. Everyone put blood, sweat and tears.
It was so special to see Spencer have his moment, being lifted up by basically the whole team. You know, we've seen how much Spencer puts into the club and how much he loves the club. So for him to have that moment, I think it's very special.
My own little Bobby Moore moment, even though I'm not playing in the team, was amazing. Yeah, and obviously getting Devs to Hashtag it was crucial. Will we ever see it again? I don't know. Hopefully we'll give them something to Hashtag at the end of this season as well.
I don't actually think we could have won the league in a better place, to be honest, because it was so small. It probably even could have been the smallest change rooms that we had all season. We had cameras in there, we had staff in there, we probably even had super fans in there, we had the Sunday league team in there.
Beers flying everywhere.
Feared from the ceiling of the changing room. It got pretty wet with champagne.
And there were broken cameras involved, because we have a lot of cameras here and there. We actually borrowed Hashtag Harry, shout out Hashtag Harry for the camera. It was broken, we replaced it, it's got a load of champagne in it. You know, that's what happens. But I remember people like JACKO.
I'm just tired!
Richo with his rewind.
Everyone's rewind!
I knew it was coming. Got 4 league wins and I'll be on there. I told the boys I'd only dance to I Caramba if we won the league, so had to be done, didn't it?
I Caramba, hey, body good, body proper.
Richo dancing to I Caramba, Ricky dancing, you know, like Dev's hashtagging it, like he's only done that twice. It's a memorable moment, and even for me, it was, I think it's one of the, not even just 2019, I think it's my overall Hashtag United highlight. So we can't not talk about the donut that is Jack Harrison breaking the trophy at Coggeshall at home last game of the season.
Yeah, that Coggeshall one was great. I mean, the league was already done, but it was our last home game as we were going to be moving grounds as well, so it's seminal for that moment also.
Obviously, not the result we wanted on the day, but it was great to get it done, especially after our start to the season.
I'll always remember it really for a couple of things. One, Jack obviously breaking the trophy.
Not my fault, as you can see. Not much to these arms, so I'm blaming dodgy trophy rather than my extra strong arms.
Nearly taking Harry Honest's eye out with a champagne pop. Spencer was unfortunately unable to be there for that game. He was away with work.
There's no way I'm going to be at every memory. I can't expect to be it, but it's not about me. It's about them happening, and it's about the people that are there every time. And they've got amazing people across the board working and involved in hashtags. So still a very proud moment for me, even though I wasn't there.
So what a lot of people didn't actually know is that we had our awards evening around about 5 days later, and the trophy makers took the trophy back, fixed it, and I think drove it from the Midlands to the awards ceremony, and I think they got it there maybe around about an hour just before we were about to film. Not only did we win the league on the Saturday, we won the Sunday league on the Sunday. We had the Saturday boys with us on the Sunday, and we had the Sunday boys with us on the Saturday. So it was just one massive trophy weekend. I can contribute to the team off the pitch on a Saturday, but on a Sunday I can contribute on the pitch. And that's probably why it's one of my highlights, winning the Sunday league title.
We had some really good moments. We obviously had the end of season awards. We had the league awards that some of us went to. And then Old Trafford was just another opportunity for us to be together not long after that success, to go and experience world-class facilities in a world-class venue with so much history.
We're very lucky to have some of the partners and the sponsors that we do, the main partners for the football club being Adidas and obviously Football Manager. And it was just great that Adidas gave us the opportunity as a club to go up as a reward for winning the league, to go up and train at Carrington and then get the opportunity to play their Tango squad at Old Trafford, which is a massive thing. You know, it's one of the best things about hashtags, not just enjoying the football, enjoying being part of a team, which everyone who plays football does, but it's those extra opportunities that we're able to give to the players.
Being a supporter of Manchester United, Old Trafford for me, it topped it. Like, it was incredible. The pitch was immaculate. Oh my, running on it, like the whole first half, having the ball, driving at players, creating the goal. I created the goal in 10 minutes. It was ridiculous. I loved every bit of it until that penalty. It was a hell of an experience for us.
It was very, very, very special for everyone who got the opportunity to go, I think.
All right, guys, how you doing? And welcome to the Hashtag Academy second series. We're calling it Hashtag Academy Second Chance.
I mean, the Academy for me is probably right up there with my favourite thing we do as a club.
For me, it was a nice creative challenge to spend a lot of time on the Academy, and I have to say there was a lot of us in the office. It was quite stressful, but it was fun to say the least.
It feels extra special. You're sort of bringing in people from the audience into the team and the group for the first time, and you get to meet some great people. It's just so much fun to film, from the very beginning, from the application process, through the trials, through to the challenges. You really get to see some personalities sort of coming out of themselves. And I mean, this year we had an absolute cracker.
I thought this season has shown how important them series are to us, because there's not only did we just find Joshua Sude, who won it, and he's playing regular football for the first team, even clinching a winning goal, but we also got a number of players from that series that are playing in the squad right now.
You could see from a mile away that he was standing out, and I feel like not just me, but the rest of the boys played a major part in Josh being where he is today.
It's pretty special to know that they've come from a series that we've started and we vetted them out, and now to see them progressing into the first team and playing some quality football is pretty special to watch.
I don't think I'll win, especially I think it was after the technical challenges. I did quite bad in that, so don't know, man, I was lost for words.
You must be buzzing.
Start again.
We're leaving that in, Bloody hell, he's not winning the interview season.
Yeah, I can't start. Jesus Christ.
Where's his? Come around this way a bit more.
Hopefully it's a good...
Well done, and we'll see you soon in a hashtag shirt. Well done.
I was a big achievement for me and a big experience.
I went for the first episode, got in, but then Devs, there's a few implications, so I spoke to Devs on the side and he said, obviously I'm here today, so pretty happy with that.
My 2019 highlight is making the Academy series, progressing to the final 8 and unfortunately dropping out, but then getting a chance to prove myself in the squad. And we're here today, so we're putting in performances, staying up with the big boys in this league, so couldn't ask for more.
Thinking about this year, outside of the academy, but very much from the academy, Scotty P, our original winner, has gone on to be a professional footballer, as we know, at Northampton Town, scored his first senior goal in a away game against Carlisle. That's just absolutely unbelievable. So it just shows the pathway and the journey that the academy offers.
In the latter stage of 2019, obviously new season, we've changed home pitch, we've moved to Tilbury, which is a whole new challenge, going from 3G to grass. But I think we've adapted well to it. I think part of the reason we've adapted well to it is Tilbury have been great hosts.
You know, if you could go back 10, 12 years when I played for Tilbury, what it was like then, it's a million miles away from that. So I think it's been a good thing, and I think the relationship will only get better as it goes forward.
I personally like Tilbury because it's a big pitch, so for someone like me, there's a lot more rooms, a lot more space, but it's been good. But hopefully in 2020, when we have more home games, it'll be even better.
I think we're getting there. Tilbury have been amazing. We haven't played many home games, so we're still getting used to our surroundings in terms of football, playing at the ground.
In terms of the league, obviously we've gone up a level, so we're expecting it to be tougher, and it is tougher. I think the better teams in this league are significantly better than the better teams in the league below. It was very important to me we started better than we started last year. You know, no wins in the first 4. It's amazing we still won the league with that. And we did. We didn't start great, we lost the first game, but we bounced back very soon by winning the next game 6-0 and then going on a bit of a run. So that's a testament to our players because we've had a lot of disruption in defence particularly. We ended the season with Jack Harrison, our captain, and manager's player, out for the season.
2019 for me has been sort of a tale of 2 seasons, which obviously finished amazingly for me on a personal point of view, lifting the trophy, getting manager's player of the season, thanks Devs. But obviously the start of the season, after predicting I was going to get 10 goals, to not playing at all or to having like 3 pre-season games is a bit disappointing, and then to find out I'd like tore my ACL and everything else, yeah, not great. So 2019 ended badly, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it around next year, so that it's going to be bad for the start of 2020, but an amazing way to finish it, playing some more football for hashtag going on towards the Christmas break next season.
JACKO won 3 different Player of the Month awards last year. Out maybe for the season, we don't know. He's going to be training again soon, but he's missed the first half of the season.
I hope to see you all soon. Fingers crossed I'll be back sometime February, March. But I'm still here, still fighting fit and raring to go when I do get a chance.
Simon Peddy and Tom Williams were the left and right backs in our best defence last year. Tom Williams has only just played 1 since he come back from injury. He's got another operation to come. He's going to miss 3-4 months minimum. Peddy missed the first few months as well. So, and that's just the defence.
The fact that we've been able to remain competitive without them is a real testament to the lads, but they're unreplaceable players. You know, you can just do your best. You know, there's a mentality of next man up, and we're going to back all the boys we have, and the boys that have come in have been great.
We've suffered some blows as well that we're having to overcome. Not just big players for us, but big characters missing, and having to almost rebuild a spirit and togetherness as we go.
We've had to bring in a lot of people, and what I'm really happy about is not just they've come in and played well, it's the people we've brought in are good lads. And that's what's really important to us. We do a lot of things socially, a lot of things together, there's a lot of cameras everywhere. If you're a bad egg, you're going to get found out at hashtag, and you're going to get found out quicker than you would somewhere else. And it's a testament to Devs and his selection process, and the lads we've already got at the club that help people settle in, that, you know, we haven't had any issues.
Of all the games, my most memorable highlight, 100,000,000%, is the Walthamstow game.
No cameras and all that, trying to get in our heads, pretending it was going to be postponed and all that rubbish that comes with it.
It was not just a physical game, it was just a mental game also.
What's better in football than a last-minute winner versus a rival? That, for me, is as good as it gets. Hopefully that will just be one win at the end of the season, but to look back on that commentary moment, I remember doing the commentary just, or commentating myself on my phone, filming it, just to try and get some sort of reaction for a video. It just worked out perfectly. I mean, Joshua Asuda, that is his arrival moment. He's had a few great moments, but that's the one where he officially announced himself as a #United superstar. That's it.
Asuda! That, massive for me, 90th minute.
Seeing Devs just standing still, like ice cold, whilst everyone's running around like headless chickens was a joke for me, so.
3 points, clean sheet, job done.
From an esports point of view, it's definitely the best start to a FIFA we've ever had. We've just qualified for Club World Cup, which is a first for #.
Massive.
We've got all 3 boys qualified for Atlanta. It's the first time the full roster's been at an event together.
Obviously, Harry smashed it in Bucharest so far this year, in playing in both of the EA majors thus far. And that fantastic win against Gravison to get in the semi-final on penalties with that celebration, that was fantastic. I was watching from home on Twitch, going absolutely mental. That was amazing. Ice in his veins, that guy. Dangerous on penalties this year.
I knew he had it in him. He just needed to prove it on the biggest stage, and FIFA 20 he's doing that and should make the finals.
It's been a weird one because usually I've been at tournaments but not performed that well. This year I've been like pretty much like top 5 in the world at every tournament, I think.
This year's actually been an amazing year of my life, probably the best year of my life. Going from sort of working a bar job and thinking, what am I going to do, to then, signing with #United. To my parents, it's obviously quite crazy that I was literally, sat there playing video games when they're younger. When you're younger and they're thinking, like, oh, what is he doing? Fair enough. But now, I've managed to turn it around, qualifying for events around the world.
You made your Sunday League debut as well.
Sunday League debut. Honestly, on my second game, or third game, I ran the whole length of the pitch, right? Literally, get into the box, load driven, like FIFA 19, FIFA 18 style, hit the post.
Are you joking?
How has that not gone in?
We've just hit 2 posts.
Is this FIFA?
2019 has been a dream.
Magical.
A roller coaster.
A roller coaster, always is with #, and it's nice to be on board.
2019 has been a movie.
2019, I think, has been a perfect start to our non-league journey.
I'm going to say now, # has definitely been my favourite club. It's the only reason I'm actually still playing football now. Otherwise, I definitely wouldn't be playing.
2019 has been pretty incredible. Obviously meeting all the boys and watching them on the screen and now playing with them and being in that scenario and everything, it's been quite a pretty good year for me, I think, footballing wise. 2019 has been incredible to join #, to be part of a special group of players that have welcomed me.
A lot of positives in 2019 that we can hopefully take into 2020 and make that even better.
Looking forward to 2020 and seeing the potential of what could be another unreal year.
It's going to be lit, like we're only getting better on and off the pitch.
What it will be is enjoyable. I've learned that since I've been at this football club is win, lose or draw, although we haven't drawn yet. It's been an enjoyable place to work with some great people about.
2020 is going to be big, it's important for us. We're all motivated, we're all eager. Can't wait to see what lies ahead.
I can only imagine the journey that we've been on and being behind the scenes and knowing what's going on, that 2020 is going to be even better.
2020, I think, is going to be the most successful year in this club's history, in FIFA and on the real pitch.
With some of the things that we know are coming behind the scenes as well, I think there's a chance that it could go one better.
If I had to sum up 2019, I would say it was amazing for so many reasons. 2020 will be amazing as well. And every year this club keeps going, will be amazing. Whether we win or lose, it's the journey that matters. And my job is to make sure we just keep existing. And if we do, it will be amazing, because everything about this club is amazing.